I am answering a question from the GCE past paper that was written in August 2024, and that is from Math Paper 1. I'm answering question 22. Question 22 reads, question 22a. The diagram below shows a sketch of the graph of y is equal to x squared plus 3x plus 2, passing through the points A and B. Find the part 1 coordinates of A and of B, part 2 the minimum turning point. Question 22a, part 1, requires us to find the coordinates of A and of B. When you look at A, where A is located and where B is located, A is the root of this curve. A is cutting, the curve is cutting the x-axis at A. So A will have coordinates which would look like this, because A is the point where the curve cuts the x-axis. So at that point, the coordinates of y is equal to 0. And for B, the curve cuts the y-axis at B. So you expect to have the coordinate with which looks like this, 0, y. So looking at this, we start with finding the coordinates of A. So in this instant, we have y being equal to 0. Y will be equal to 0. And we've been given the curve as x squared plus 3x plus 2. So where there is y, I'm going to put 0 so that I can find the x values. So x squared plus 3x plus 2 will be equal to 0. This is a quadratic equation, so I'm going to solve it using factorization. The product is found by multiplying the coefficient of x squared and the constant, which will be 2. The sum is the coefficient of the x term, which is positive 3. We need to search for the factors. We need two factors, or we need two numbers such that when we multiply them, they'll give us 2, and when we add them, will give us 3. So those two numbers are 1 and 2. So we multiply x to these numbers. We have 1 by x is x, 2 by x is 2x. We break up the positive 3x term into these 2. So we have x squared plus x plus 2x plus 2 be equal to 0. I'm saying we are breaking up the 3x so that we have x plus 2x. We are going to factorize by grouping. I'll factorize this pair. X squared divided by x is x. X divided by x is positive 1. I also factorize this pair. Common factor is 2. 2x divided by positive 2 is x. Positive 2 divided by positive 2 is positive 1. The common factor is x plus 1. When we divide this by x plus 1, we have x. When we divide this by x plus 1, we're going to have positive 2. Therefore, we can have these two simple linear equations. Of course, we are following the zero product rule. If two factors are multiplying together, either one of them will be equal to 0. When I solve this simple linear equation, x is equal to -1 and x is equal to -2. So these are the roots. So this and this is being represented by either of these now. This part is -1 and this one here is -2. So therefore, coordinates of A will be equal to -2, 0. Let's find the coordinates of B. So in this case, we need to know what y is when x is equal to 0. So again, I'm going to substitute x is equal to 0 in the equation. Y is equal to x squared plus 3x plus 2. So where there is x, I'm substituting it with a 0. So we find that in the end of our computation, y will be equal to 2. 3 by 0 is 0, so all this is 0 plus 2, which will be 2. Therefore, the coordinates of B is 0, 2. So we write this as our answer. We move on to part 2 of 22A. So the turning point is somewhere here. So the minimum turning point is somewhere here. So we need to find the coordinates of the turning point. So the coordinates of the turning point will be something like x, y. We have been given a formula for finding the coordinates of the x coordinates of the turning point, which is -b over 2a. The quadratic expression or the quadratic equation that is representing this curve is x squared plus 3x plus 2. In this quadratic expression, the coefficient of x squared is 1, the coefficient of x is +3, and c is +2. So I'm going to substitute the relevant values, which are b and a, in this formula. So we say -b, b will be substituted with 3, and a will be substituted with 1. So we'll have negative 3 over 2 as my x coordinate. I need to find the y coordinates now. So I'll simply substitute this value into this equation. So negative 3 over 2 will be squared plus 3 multiplied by negative 3 over 2 plus 2. Now it is just a matter of making some computations. So when we square this, I'm going to have 9 over 4. Sorry, I shouldn't add. So positive 3 multiplied by this negative value will give me a negative 9 over 2 plus 2 over 1. I am making this as in, I'm making it an improper fraction so that we can simplify this, or we can evaluate this. 4 is a common denominator. So 4 divided by 4 is 1 by 9, it's 9. That will be 4 divided by 2. We are getting a 2. 2 times 9 is 18. 4 divided by 1 is 4 plus, 4 times 2 will have 8. So we are going to have a negative 9 there. Negative 9 plus 8 will give us negative 1 over 4 as our y coordinate. So the turning point will be negative 3 over 2, comma, negative 1 over 4. Now they're saying the minimum turning point. So I have the turning point. The minimum value of this turning point, minimum value, is negative 1 over 4. Minimum turning point. So the turning point is negative 3 over 2, comma, negative 1 over